Hi there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Vlog. It's 12:08 on Wednesday, October 25th, 2017.
Great, now it's on permanent YouTube.
What? It's trouble.
I'm not saying now.
No. What's going on?
Nothing.
Just watch the comments tomorrow.
Yeah. It isn't that you're hanging a ton of cable off of rack my computer. That wouldn't be it.
He noticed.
I would never notice such a thing. You want to like take the knots out of that?
We're working on it. It's a lot easier when the cable is shorter. This was 100 feet long.
It goes through
half an hour ago.
Hey Chris.
Yeah. So what's going on, Batman?
Well, I've successfully peeled the cable off the floor. You can see the...
Whoa, that's nasty.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Cleaning.
We're just
dedustification.
major fundamental cleaning of master control.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it. Oh, this chair can go in A.
Okay. Put it on it. I already removed about a pound of brick.
Just from drilling through the wall.
Holes that he never cleaned up.
Yeah.
One.
Hey Taylor! Hi. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get some shit.
I know, it's fucking sick.
Isn't it beautiful? You know what we get to do today? We gotta keep this door closed. I couldn't paint the last two stripes because there was too much dust and schmutz on the floor. But now, see the T?
Satisfying.
See the T?
Yes.
The T and everything that way is wet.
Okay, so don't walk on the T or anything now.
Don't walk on anything black really at this point. So, what we can do, however, is I went over it. I got a few people involved whose opinions I trust, which is why I didn't ask you. And we don't need a second coat. So you get to have, because I know you had a night. He got home at like 3 in the morning from a Chicago trip. 4 in the morning from a Chicago trip. So I figured I would give you the ultimate gratification. You get to peel on the tape.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot time lapse of it, but you've been like wanting to help on this nonstop from day one. You're like, I want to paint. Okay, I can't let you do the main paint because I needed to do that just to prove the point. But what you can do is the touch. Okay, which is it's for you today, perfect thing. You get to peel tape, which is immensely rewarding, and you get to just chill, mellow, zen. You get to do all the little touch-up things. So I'm going to get a time lapse going, and you guys will get to watch that on a separate video. And I don't put time lapse in with the main vlog; it's a pain in the ass to edit. So just we get to pull all the tape. Okay, we'll be back. All right, so let's start it off and see what it looks like. This will be the first piece.
Wait, one piece up.
Huh? No, that's the T.
Oh.
I have a feeling before we begin, you're going to want to get the big trash can and empty it.
I don't know why I could possibly want to do that.
So, there's your first piece.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you have to expect. And now everybody's like, oh, I get it. Okay.
That's some satisfying shit right there.
That's pretty cool. Now here, because everybody's like, the black lines are so much wider than the yellow. No, they're exactly the same. The tape has thickness. I had so many people comment like, the yellow lines are skinnier. That's because the tape has thickness. That's a really rough edge. Because I didn't learn about bridging until after. But next time we do this, I know how to get razor sharp edges on all of it. It has a lot to do with...
Next time we do this, he says, as inside his heart, he's like, God, no.
But a lot of people are going to give a shit about the roughness of the edges because they don't realize how rough that floor is. So, alright, it's all you. You may peel all the tape.
I need to get this one piece. I don't have fingernails, apparently.
Oh, you won't have fingers by the end of the day. So there's a question for the blog viewers. Do you guys leave one fingernail just a little bit long for proper manipulation of tiny objects, or maybe just so that you can pick a winner?
It's horrible.
So this was what I first noticed. So it's
Okay.
just kind of an unterminated port dangling there.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, well, we've got all this stuff that we pulled out of the broadcast truck, so let's replace this with one solid, nice, professional
Yeah, that's
belt and cable. So I know where the other end is, and then I follow this one up. And then I spot that.
Well, that's a thing you could do.
Not only is it alignment splice, they chose the worst possible grade of coaxial to do it with.
And what does this cable do?
Well, it's the one that goes up there, so it's either roof cam, mast cam, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll make it pretty.
I believe in you.
We'll fix it. Okay. But it's just like, oh my god. That may be the worst thing I find today. Probably not, but I can only hope.
Alright guys, so I've had a lot of people ask about how long did it take to do this and all that jazz. I have 2 stripes left in the whole thing to do, and these haven't been edged or anything, so I figured I'd give you an idea of how long it takes to paint 1 stripe. Now, M came by and cleaned this spot and this spot for me. That's why these didn't get done in the main thing. They had dust on them from everybody walking through here. But I'm going to take a minute and do just these, and it'll give you guys a time reference for how long it took to do all the big ones. I did most of the edging with a 2.5-inch brush. Some of the edging I did with a 1-inch brush just for really tedious areas, but this is how it goes. You line your tray up so that it overhangs a little bit. I flip it until I've got it all. And while you're doing this, look over and know where you're going to go with it. And then jump. Now the way I do edging is probably not the right way or the way normal people do it or whatever, but the way I do it, because I don't do residential stuff, I do industrial stuff, is I make a puddle, and then I push the puddle up to where I want it to be. Now, if you're painting a wall in your house, this will obviously be a very different process. But if you're painting a floor in an industrial environment, it doesn't really matter if you have a little puddle of paint somewhere like that little puddle, because it's just going to dry thicker. So you only need to get up about a brush width with a 2.5-inch brush, because I'm using a 2-inch roller, and that's all you need. So now I'm going to do over here on the other end. Pick up a big gob of paint. Dump it where you want it. And I'm actually going over the edge a little bit because I want to hide any yellow that was an overage on the last time. So this one's a little complicated, I gotta get into stuff. So, and I've got a little bit of schmutz down in the corner here. So that's just gonna get sealed in there by picking up a really big gob of paint and dropping that right in the little hole. And I'm just gonna push that right up in there. And the bristles don't actually even contact the spot. I just push it up in there. And on a floor, you can go as thick as you want, because it's just going to sit there, especially on a floor this textured. Now I got some colored bits up here, but that's old bits of insulation or some crap, I don't know. But yeah. I'm gonna bring this around the side. Get that little bit. Just get rid of the extra. And then we move this over here. Hey, B. Hi, big dog. And this is relatively easy. Pick up a big gob. I'm not worried about stuff on this surface. So the yellow overage there is no big deal. And the reason for doing the trim on this is because the roller can't get into these areas very well. So you have to just trim it in. Fully half the time I spent painting the floor was done doing trim. I've had a lot of people comment upon seeing the videos and the pictures of all this, saying, oh, I could never do a job like that. That's insane. That's amazing. It really isn't. You could do this. It's not hard. It's physically hard. It's exhausting. But it's just patience and perseverance. And you absolutely can do a ridiculous paint job on your floor like this. Alright, so we're done with that. I'm just going to set that there. And then we roll them in. So for this, we turn around. Now for rolling in, I go about 1.5 feet. And this is an unloaded roller, like it's a brand new roller. So I'm going to get a lot less coverage for the first bit. And I put it on really, really, really thick, especially here because on these particular stripes, every person that comes in the room is going to step on these. So they're going to wear through really fast compared to the rest of the floor. And we're painting a floor, so as long as you're not leaving puddles, there's really, for an industrial application, there's no limit to how thick you can put it on. Now I have like the best case scenario for putting paint really thick on a floor here because I'm using good quality paint and I have a really bad quality floor. You can see how textured this floor is. If you're doing this on a like really smooth, nice floor, you can't use nearly as much paint. You'll run into problems of pooling like crazy. But for this special case, I can get away with murder. That's great. So I'm just piling it on. Besides, I'm at the end of the job, so it's not like I have to save paint or anything. I've spent the money. All the leftover paint's just going to sit in the tunnel in storage for years, till the next time we have to redo the floor, 5 years from now, and some dude's gonna go down in the tunnel and find it, and it's gonna be all screwed and useless paint anyway. So I might as well use it all up here. Now we adjust our spot. And you roll over as much as you can of the spots that you trimmed earlier. And that's now super thick. That is the last stripe on the whole thing, and the entire floor is done. All right, and that's that. Now we let this all sit until Monday to just cure, because Monday I'm going to start on the middle. We'll be back.